The Sword of Light is on another mountain of snow inside of his home made of light. While drinking tea on his handmade chair he heard multiple voices within him somehow. The hero looked around his home and no one was there. What a cowardly act, the hero said, for the voices harassed him, annoyed him, and move around from within unknowingly. The Sword of Light flew out his home, moving further and further away. The intruders, they're still around me somehow, the hero said, flying above a forest. I'm miles from my new location, even though I'm in the air. The hero then stopped flying and teleported back to the village of Masapa. Can you help me, Whitaker? You have an amazing gift, he said, examining him with his eyes shut on a bridge. The evil spirits are taking advantage of your spiritual power which rightfully belongs to you. But why is this happening? The hero said. Because your very gift was meant to destroy the works of evil. The hero looked surprised. What do you suggest? He asked. Based on your attacks of shooting light from your hands, light generates energy. You are light, a living, breathing light bulb. Rather you power up or not. You have the gift of power. Thanks for the advice, Whitaker. I think I know what I have to do. The hero then flew upwards as the Whitaker and the nearby villagers looked up amazed. The warrior went back to the forest where he saw the evil shadow in the woods. He sat down where he blew up the demon with its own shadow to calm his nerves. The voices in his head and inside him somehow continued to harass Mach. Even though he asked the light to intervene, they somehow revived themselves, continuing their madness. While sitting on the grass he thought about the shadows that hunted the humble village nearby. We are a shadow. One voice said. As long as you are who you are, we will try to stop you from stopping our evil. I have to learn to protect my own shadow, the hero said. He then closed his eyes and saw a portal created by light in his mind. All the evil spirits that persecuted him all day were seen. They all looked ugly, and they continued to hover around a spiritual flare. Now I see, the hero said in his mind, they are taking advantage of my power. The hero opened his eyes and stood up angrily. What gives them the right to dwell in what doesn't belong to them? The villains are as shadows like the one I saw in this very spot. And if they are shadows, then maybe I can push out the demons with my fire. The hero of light clutched both fists. Then suddenly a flame of spiritual fire started from his chest with creatures around it. Then he thought about being what he is, and that is to be a gifted hero of good. With angry emotion, the flame engulfed his entire body and the small creatures expanded as well, about the same size of the hero. 30 unclean spirits were visible standing before him. But how did you cast us out? It was simple, he said. Thanks to your voices persecuting me for months, it made me take pride in who I am. I am a sword for good and I was created to destroy you. The hero body sparkled gold lights all around him while the spiritual flame engulfed his entire body. Haha, are you stupid? Well, just go right back in because we are spirits, a big-nosed ugly spirit said. The spirit turned ghostly, then flew to the hero of light but was immediately burned by fire. Maka! A ugly female demon shouted. We can't get back in, another said. Attack him. They all charged at the Sword of Light and killed half of the spirits with his icon blue energy blasts from his hands. His flame is gone, a pumpkin head demon said behind him. The ugly orc beside him turned ghostly and tried to enter through his back but was immediately burned by fire. Enough of this, the Sword of Light said. He raised his arms and the sunlight itself killed them all, burning them from the outside. The Sword of Light is now back in his house of light, sipping tea again happily. Don't ever let the devil steal your light, he said to himself. He then went to sleep in his home. Ha ha ha, what? The hero wakes up and hear more voices around him. But how? He asked, looking around his room. We're not within you but we see you from afar. Divination, the hero said. All of a sudden a blast of invisible air pushed the hero out of his home right through the wall. Why are you doing this? He said, getting up. Because this principality is mine. They must be viewing me from afar, he said. Then the same attack hit him from the back, knocking him off the mountain. He landed not too far off on another part of the mountain. Well, if I can't see you, he said. The Sword of Light closed his eyes. Your power is a nuisance to us spiritual rulers, the voice said outside of him invisibly. If we can't enter inside you any more permanently, then perhaps this is how we will go about things. The hero of light thought about the same spiritual flame within. Even this affliction is energy, he said to himself. I got you right where I want you, he said, flying back in front of his damaged home. What do you mean you can't even see us? Your energy of aggression gives away your position and it will be your downfall. The hero of light sensed the evil intent done against them, then imagined their own evil being as a flame. Aha! An explosion was heard afar. My mouth, it burns. My mouth burns too, another voice said. It worked, he said to himself, then looked to see where the explosions came from. Behind him from the mountain revealed another portal that was revealed with smoke. The hero of light teleported to a supernatural square block in the air. The man of light melted the door open with his ray of light from his right arm and flew inside. After a minute of flying in the purple space, he saw humanoid monsters with black eyes and one horn sticking up from their heads moving around in pain because of the constant fire in their mouths. I guess they really had that much energy to persecute me. The fire engulfed their own bodies. 10 of them died by their own aggression. Where is the leader of this area? The hero shouted. All of a sudden a normal-looking man appeared wearing a red cloak. Prepare to die, demon, the hero said, getting in a fighting stance. The hero started to run to him, but the man summoned a log on the floor and he tripped over it instantly. That was random, the hero said. Then he began to shoot his blue light from his hands at the man, but a circular transparent shield protected him. He can somehow see what I'm imagining, the hero said to himself. Yes, you're right, he said. Then suddenly a small room appeared around him and many spiritual demons harassed him over and over. The hero punched and kicked the projections, but it did no damage. I know your weakness because I know what your mind hates and likes. I do hate busybodies and chatty beings, the hero said to himself, flying up above the noisy spirits. Suddenly smoke appeared within the room. What is this now? Poison's gas, the man said to him telepathically. I'm starting to feel drained. The spirits continued to harass and mock the hero of light continuously as he got weaker and weaker. A noisy multitude, I did not think that this was my way to go, he said to himself. Your gift is stupid, one spirit said nearest to him. A gift, he said to himself, closing his eyes. Why are there so many spirits that work in unseen ways, he said to himself, laying on the ground. No, I must have faith in what I am independently, he said to himself. That's the ticket to win. It's all your fault. You should hate yourself, another voice said. You should be like everyone else so we can rule over you, another voice said. No. The hero of light eyes glowed blue. Then I am fearfully made. They fear my power, he said to himself. He stood tired, then the energy of the spirits' actions overcame them, burning them in their mouths the same way. They all died by fire. The room vanished and the man looked on, confused. How did you do this? He asked. Faith in myself and who I am individually is my protection, he replied. I can't see your will, the man said. I can't even see your past, present and future. My faith is my shield, he said. The caped man grew 2 large horns and charged to the sword of light angrily, then a huge fist made of light manifested above his head following him. It's not right to abuse and mock, he shouted, then the fist smashed the man from above him, killing it instantly. The glowing fist disappeared and the principality started to burn away spiritually. The sword of light flew out of the portal with his faith, eternally protecting his mind, spiritual gifts and power.